YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on this wonderful Thursday night. And we're going to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. No Hardenstein, no Jalen Williams, no Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I can go on and on and on. But it doesn't matter because the Bucks wanted to and needed to win this game, and they got it done regardless of who was out there. And that's what you have to do sometimes as a professional player and team, especially when you're still trying to make the playoffs and every win matters in either conference. But the Thunder, they're 42-14. They're 22-7 at home, so their record is still great and still going to be number one anyway. And this is their last game before the break, so they get some time off and they can regenerate and heal up. And then the Bucks, 23-30, they're 11-18 on the road. They're ending their last couple weeks with a good record, so they looking at it like we're going in the right direction. We're competing, and we're playing some of our better basketball even without Giannis. So we had to just continue that as much as we could, and it got a win, so you can't be mad at them. First quarter, 30-25 for the Bucks. Then they won the second quarter, 37-30. The game was basically over at that point. They just had to keep playing it and staying on, executing right, defending the right way, and just making shots. They won the third quarter 22-18, in the fourth quarter 21-20. They outplayed the Thunder each and every quarter and throughout the entire game, and they got comfortable. And it made sense for them to do so because you got to play your best basketball as much as you can. Kyle Kuzma, 29 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 15 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He gave you the double figures. He hit the shots. That was there for him. Of course, he misses some ones that he should make. That's just the player that he is. But at least he can create his own shot. At least he can knock down some wide open ones. And at least he's a team player. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnover, 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and a +8 and +- for him. D. Yang ended up having a great game. They needed him to be able to win this one by the way they did it. 36 minutes, 19 points for him. He went 3 of 6 from 3, made some tough ones and missed some open ones too. But he went 7 of 12 from the field, so he did it efficiently, and he also got near that paint, was able to score that way too. But he finished with a double-double, and they needed that. 11 boards. They didn't have Miles Turner. And this one, he had a right calf injury. Rest that up in the All-Star weekend is all you can ask him to do. He did. Jang did have 6 assists. It's good to see him score on the perimeter, look for his teammates, and also play defense. He had 4 blocks and 1 steal. He looked at getting moved from the Thunder to the Bucks, hurt it, and he wanted to go and show that he got a lot of talent. He can do a lot of things, which they knew. That's what they got him in the first place. But realistically, they just couldn't keep him. And the Bucks said he's a good young prospect. Let's make a move to get him. And now he's helping them win basketball games. 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and a +16 and +-. Jericho Sims was the only starter to not score in double figures, but he still had 8 points. He got close in 20 minutes, which isn't a lot. He went 4 or 5 from the field and got 5 rebounds, also 3 turnovers in the block, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a +6. And +-, Kevin Porter Jr., he didn't shoot the ball that great, but he didn't shoot it terrible either, I guess. 32 minutes, 12 points, 6 of 15 from the field. He missed his only 3. He had 3 rebounds and 7 assists, 3 turnovers and 3 steals. 2 offensive rebounds, no personal foul, and a +12 and +-. He still was able to get his own shot. He was able to play within the flow of the offense and also was able to create shots for others. That's what he do. And, he did that successfully again tonight. AJ Green said, I can make a 2 and I can make a 3, but he ended up going 5 of 11 from 3, 6 of 14 from the field. He finished with 17 points in 38 minutes. They kind of forced him to make changes and adjustments throughout the game, or he just was going to have to settle for hard threes. Well, he did both, and that's something that you just hope he could continue to work on and make him a more versatile player. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a +17 and +-. And then you look at Bobby Portis. He had the mid-range going. He had the 3-ball going, and he got a lot of rebounds. He also finished with a double-double. 12 boards, 15 points, 6 of 11 shooting from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. 29 points, that was the most off the bench. 29 minutes. That was the most off the bench, but he had also 3 rebounds, well, 3 assists, which was the most off the bench. He also had 1 turnover and 4 steals. The 4 steals was the most in the game for the Bucks. He also had 4 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, was a plus 19 and plus minus. These are the type of games you expect Bobby to have, especially when Giannis and guys are out. He came in and played his part, played his role, and did a spectacular job at that. The Nassus got on the court. He played 3 minutes. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, and no personal fouls. It was a -5 in plus minus. Not a game that you want to brag about, but also a game that you said, well, I came in to help and did what I could. So on to the next one for me. 24 minutes for Pete Nance. He hit a couple threes. He went 3 of 5 from three, and then he made a shot around the rim and finished 4 of 6 from the field. With those 11 points, he also got 7 boards, which was needed, 2 assists and 1 turnover and a block. He also ended up getting 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a +4 and plus minus. Gary Trent Jr., 3 minutes. He ended up going 0 of 3 from the field, missed his only 3-point shot. He also had no turnovers, no personal foul, and a -5 and plus minus. Obviously, he's out there to provide offense and a little bit of passing too, which can help make the offense better. He just didn't play enough and didn't make the shots anyway that he got. Cam Thomas, this is the type of Cam Thomas you can get to where he takes a bunch of shots, work hard for a bunch of shots, and he's just not as efficient. Because of that, 20 minutes for him, 12 points. He went 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 6 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. His shot selection is always going to be, iffy, but at the same time, he's capable of still making them time to time, but he also can distribute the ball when he wants to. 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a +15 and plus minus. Andre Jackson Jr., 6 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 1 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a -2 and plus minus. And then you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chet Holmgren, 27 minutes, 16 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 0 of 4 from three, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 13 boards, which was the most on the team. And he's been doing that a lot lately, and he was able to do it again tonight. But you needed him to dominate a little bit more for them to be able to win this, because nobody else really had that great of a game for the Thunder. So Chet was the best scoring option they had, and he did the best he could. It just wasn't enough. 4 assists he also had and 2 blocks. Of course, he's going to try to get you. And he did that twice against 2 different players. 5 offensive boards, no personal fouls, and a -8 plus minus. Kenrich Williams, 23 minutes. He ended up having 9 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field. He was able to make a shot at the rim, and then the rest was 3-pointers. But he did go 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 8 boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 3 offensive boards, no personal fouls, and a -8 and plus minus. Isaiah Joe, he ended up playing the most minutes on the team, but it was only 29, which is low. But they're a deep team, even with all the injuries. They still had a bunch of guys they could throw out there. But he had 17 points and went 5 of 11 from the field. He's going to try to shoot more threes than anything else. And he went 4 of 9 from 3 tonight, which is good. He also went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds and 2 assists, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a -14 and plus minus for him. That was the highest scoring game on the team. So it just shows you how their offense was really going, and what they was really trying to accomplish wasn't really working tonight. Because even Dort, he didn't even score in double figures. He only had 9 points, and he played 28 minutes, and he went 4 of 12 from the field and 1 of 6 from 3. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a -14 and plus minus. Cason Wallace played 28 minutes. He had 3 points. He was a guy that they needed to have a bigger game, but he didn't come through for them. He went 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, and 2 blocks, no personal fouls, and a -3 and plus minus. Buddy played 5 minutes. He had 3 points. He ended up making the 3 and missing the 3. And they didn't do anything else but have no turnovers, no personal foul, finish as a +3 and plus minus. Jalen Williams, the big guy, he played 16 minutes. He went 1 of 3 from the three-point line, was able to get some closer shots to fall, and finished 3 of 5 from the field and got 7 points. He also had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a turnover and a block. 1 offensive board, 2 personal foul, and was a -19 and plus minus. Brooks played 7 minutes. He went 0 of 2 from the field, missed his only 3, so he went scoreless. But he did have 5 boards, which was the most off the bench. He had 2 assists, one block, no turnovers, and was a +2 and plus minus. Alex Caruso played 20 minutes. He got hot from three, finishing 3 or 4 from three, but he finished 3 or 6 from the field because he missed his 2 pointers. He did have 3 rebounds and also 1 assist and 2 turnovers and a steal. No personal fouls and a -8 and plus minus. And then Aaron Wiggins, he played 20 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, and a steal. 2 offensive boards, no personal fouls, and was a -8 and plus minus. You know, he can score spot up shots and he can attack the rim or get out in transition. And that's what he was able to do tonight. And then Jared McCain had the biggest game off the bench scoring wise. He also did play the most minutes, which was 24. He finished with 13 points and went 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. So it was ended up being a good game from him, just not the greatest shooting game from the field. He did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. And then Topic battled with cancer. It's good that he didn't die. It's good that he was able to play in the NBA. That was one of his goals. And it's fun to see that he was able to accomplish it. He got an assist right after he got in the game. And he was able to hit a shot from the jumper spot. He also finished 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from three. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 3 turnovers. He also had no personal fouls, was a -5 and plus minus. Hopefully he just stays strong and continues to play hard and continues to try to give the Thunder what they need whenever he's called in to be able to play and just being ready for it whenever it does come, even in the future. 37% from the field for the Thunder on 83 field goal attempts, 95 field goal attempts for the Bucks. They shot 46%. They was able to make more shots. They was able to get more shots, and it ended up working out for them. 45 three-pointers taken by the Thunder, 33% for them. 42 taken by the Bucks, 40% for them. 20 free throws taken by the Thunder. They shot 80%. The Bucks only shot 7 free throws. They made it at 71%, but they didn't really need it because they was able to make more shots without even trying to create a shot to get to the foul line. They just said, we can get the shot that we want, and we should be able to make it, and they did. 47 rebounds for the Thunder, 49 for the Bucks. 22 assists for the Thunder, 25 for the Bucks. 16 turnovers for the Thunder, 10 for the Bucks. 3 steals for the Thunder, 9 for the Bucks, and 6 blocks for both teams. 14 offensive rebounds for the Thunder, 15 for the Bucks. 33 defensive rebounds for the Thunder, 34 for the Bucks. 8 personal fouls for the Thunder, 17 for the Bucks. And the Bucks and the Thunder, they tied the season series 1-1. And the Thunder don't care. The Bucks needed to win, and it ended up being a game where you looked at and said, well, let's see if the Bucks actually do what they're supposed to do and get the win. And they did. And the Thunder, you just never know with this team. They got so many athletes. They got so many guys that can get hot, so many guys that can play well, that you knew that it wouldn't be probably easy for the Bucks to win it. But at the end of the day, both teams didn't have stars. Both teams had a lot of good players out. And this was just a fun game to see what was the next couple good players that can possibly be on the move, or they possibly want to keep, or wanted to show more what they can do. And that's the type of game that you can do this in. But I also feel like the Bucks needed to win it because they're still trying to win enough games to be in the play in order to play into playoffs. So it made sense for them to get this one, and it made sense for them to come out the way that they did and play the way that they did throughout the entire game. Plus, shout out to Doc Rivers for possibly making it to the Hall of Fame, or most likely making it to the Hall of Fame. So Hall of Fame career for him. So that's something that you should be happy about and blessed to have under his name and with his name. Hall of Famer Doc Rivers. You know, he helped my Celtics win the championship, and he helped us get to the finals in 2010. So it's good to see him still coaching and still being respected around the league. And at the same time, he made something best with his time, you know, instead of wasting and doing crazy crap. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.